You alright there, love?
Do you know what you're doing here with your engine idling?
No, what?
You are polluting the atmosphere.
Really?
You're just sitting here without a care of the world, with your engine running,
Okay.
and you don't care who you're polluting here.
Okay.
I will be
crimes?
reporting this, you know.
What?
I've got your number
Report me to
plate.
who?
To the authorities.
What? And say what? Hey, excuse me, someone's in their car.
Yeah, and I'm going to take a picture of you and all.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's you.
For what
You're
reason?
sitting in the car with the engine running. You're polluting the atmosphere. That is a crime now.
How is it?
Okay, so that old pesky sun monster is still in the sky. It comes up every morning and it tends to hang around all day long. And the left hates this because the left has fallen into this religious-like climate change ideology. They've been bitching about climate change for the last several years. See, at first, back in the 1970s, it was global cooling. They were saying, there are going to be glaciers everywhere. We're going to go back to the snowball Earth. And after that grift failed, they moved on to global warming. That's when Al Gore made all his money. And now to avoid having egg on their face, because they're constantly shifting the goalposts, now they say climate change. That way they're always right. Whether the earth cools down, whether the earth warms up, they're going to say, hey, see, we told you. As such grifters. But they still end up with egg on their face. Let's take a look at this tweet from Greta Thunberg from 5 years ago. Greta Thunberg. You see this date here, June 2018. So this was 5 years ago. A top climate scientist is warning that climate change will wipe out all of humanity unless we stop using fossil fuels over the next 5 years. Yeah, she's been paid pretty well to push a bunch of nonsense. So according to Greta, does that mean all of the rich celebrities and politicians, do they have to give up their private jets? Do they have to give up all their massive mansions? Of course not. They want the everyday person to live like we're in an apocalypse or something, while they live in luxury. They want you to eat bugs. They want you to walk everywhere, ride a bike, ride a horse, and they're going to be in Rolls Royces, Benzes, and private jets. They're going to do whatever they want, and they want you to be a peasant beneath their boots. And you would think she's just doing this for the grift, but I believe this ideology has been ingrained in her so deeply, she actually believes this nonsense that she preaches. People above her don't. They know it's a grift, but she doesn't. And now Biden's handlers have come up with a new plan. Because Biden doesn't run anything, his handlers are running the country because he's just an empty suit. He's lost his mind a long time ago. So their plan is to block the sun. They're getting their ideas from Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Take one last look at the sun, Springfield.
And we're going to go through this article here because they got hella pushback. They probably put this out trying to see the public reaction, and they were hoping for a better reaction than what they received because people immediately laughed at the idea. A White House document that revealed the Biden administration is considering studying blocking the sun's rays to slow climate change sparked surprise and mockery on social media. Yeah, of course it did. Just think of the concept of what they're trying to do here. Block the sun? Who do these people think they are? God? The types of geoengineering methods that the Biden administration is reportedly considering are stratospheric aerosol injection and marine cloud brightening. Stratospheric aerosol injection, SAI, that's basically using sulfur and other chemicals. The concept comes from volcanic eruptions where you have ash, debris, mainly sulfur they thrust into the atmosphere. And studies showed that after these massive volcanic eruptions, there's cool down in the region. And Biden's handlers are saying, hey, what if we artificially put this sulfur and these other chemicals into the atmosphere, mimic a massive volcanic eruption, and force the earth to cool down to the way we want it? Mad scientist ideas. Social media users questioned how the government could think it was a good idea, with actor and comedian Rob Schneider remarking, so the same morons who said masks work, so the same morons who said masks work and you can't get COVID if you get the jab want to block the sun? Rob, you better watch out. They coming for you. You speaking too much truth. Former Canadian politician Roman Barber wrote, The woke liberal ideologues who tried to stop an aerosolized virus. Oh man, these people haven't forgotten. Never forget. 2.5 years, pure fear mongering and grifting, the largest transfer of wealth in human history. They haven't forgot. Never forget. The same woke liberal ideologues who tried to stop an aerosolized virus with plexiglass. Yeah, that was idiotic. I would walk into gas stations, see this piece of plastic, this plexiglass in front of the cashier while there was no other shielding. There was ventilation going on. And I'm like, dude, you really think this is going to protect you? But yeah, they believed it because they were brainwashed. Are now talking about blocking the sun. What could go wrong? Yeah, you want to get these nutcases any more power? You want to give them power to try to change the climate? Hell no. Musician Anomaly remarked, we don't need to block the sun. These people are insane. Yeah, and I'm going to get to my opinion on this in 1 second. In a separate statement after the release, the White House said there are no plans on the way to establish a comprehensive research program focused on solar radiation modification. So now they want to lie about it. Now they're going to act like, no, we never said that. Because they put it out an idiotic idea. This whole thing reminds me of what they did to Trump a few years ago. Allegedly, Trump said, hey, how about we nuke a hurricane? It was hurricane season. Hurricane was heading towards the Caribbean. So the media started pushing this story saying, hey, Trump wants to drop nuclear bombs into the eye of the hurricane to stop it. MSNBC, ABC, CNN, all the leftists on Twitter and TikTok, they dogged him. We have no proof that he ever said it. He actually denied saying it. It's kind of like when they made up their story when he was in Europe and he disrespected the dead soldiers over there. Allegedly, somebody completely made up a story and the media ran with it. So Trump allegedly said, hey, let's nuke a hurricane. They laughed at him. They dogged him. But now we got Biden's handlers pushing this idea. Hey, let's block the sun. Let's turn it to Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Let's play God. And all they're doing is protecting them. They're going to sweep this under the rug. And like I keep saying, a couple of months from now, they're going to say, if you say this, you're a conspiracy theorist. If you say Biden ever pushed this, you're just spreading conspiracies. And my thoughts on this whole thing, it's a grift. It's a complete nothing burger. You have nothing to worry about as far as them messing with the atmosphere because they're not going to do it. They're going to do what Obama did with Solyndra about 10, 15 years ago when he said, hey, look, this company is going to help us with green energy. We're going to invest billions of dollars into this company, into other companies. So Biden and his handlers are going to do the same thing. They're going to say, hey, we need to find companies who are going to do the research. We need to do planning. And they're going to spend billions of taxpayer dollars on this grift. They're not going to do anything to the atmosphere. They're just going to spend the money doing research and planning. And these companies, whatever companies that they give this money to, they're going to give a kickback back to these politicians. So this is pure grifting and this is pure money laundering. So let me know what you think. Leave me your thoughts down in the comments below. Thanks for watching.